Yeah, I was singing that to myself this morning.
The rock
It's about
song.
drive.
Dude.
It's about power. Because I woke up at 4:30 to go to the gym.
Oh yeah, is that your motivation?
It helped. Or like, it's like, it's about drive. I was like, when I was already up, not when I was in bed. I was like, it's about drive. It's about power. That's what the rock said. I was like making my pre-workout, stirring it up. And I was like, it's about drive. It's about power. Stay hungry, we devour. The shit that I tell myself.
It's such a meme, but like he even knows it, and it's fun. Like I've seen like a video of somebody singing it to him, and he was just like going along with it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, podcast time.
Podcast time.
All right, everybody, what is up? Welcome in and welcome back to another episode of the Going the Distance podcast. My name is Ryan Bonnell, and alongside me is my co-host Elijah Span. It's just us today. We had a couple back-to-back episodes with guests, but this is actually, as we mentioned on Tuesday's episode, this is going to be our last live episode until after Christmas. I'm going to be going out of town for a week, and Elijah and I kind of just decided with Christmas break, it's good for us to get a break as well because we're kind of, just getting tired as well. Life is getting to us. It's the end of the year.
Fatigue, holidays.
Yeah, everything like that.
So break, so
we will be taking the week off. But with that being said, enjoy your Christmas break. But for now, we got one more episode. We're going to be hitting some Would You Rather, some Urban Meyer again because he just got fired. Now we got to talk about it. Thursday night football is about to kick off in about an hour. Then we got some college football. We're doing a massive, massive bowl game preview with all of our betting picks for just about every game. And of course, we're going to round it out with some tail or fade in just the NFL games because college is so spread out and everything. So before we get going, though, be sure to check us out on social media over at GTD_sports. Other than TikTok, we are at GTDsports.com. Make sure to go on our website, GTDsports.com, to check out our word fumbling, our kick-ass podcast network. There we go. That's how it is. 4 other shows on there, but for now, you're with us tonight. We're live on Twitter, YouTube. I went a little bit out of order than I normally do, but it is what it is. C'est la vie. Let's start with some Would You Rathers. I'll go ahead and go up first this time. So excuse me. My question for you, Elijah, this is more kind of like a hypothetical situation. If you were a potential high-round draft pick in the NFL, like a senior in college, but your college team made a New Year's Six Bowl or even a playoff game, are you going to sit out the game for security or are you going to play with your team one last time?
Well, playoff game, absolutely not. But, man, with a New Year's Six, more and more guys seem to be taking off for those. And I don't blame them. At first, I thought it was bullshit, but every time it's the classic example is Jalen Smith. I mean, he completely shattered his knee. He only had one good year in the NFL, really, which got him a contract. But because of the knee and the injury of what it was and the nerve damage and regenerating it and all that shit. And he would have been a top 5 pick if he didn't get injured. And he didn't say second round.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
So he still ended up getting paid, but there's just a lot more guys who are like, fuck, like if I play this game and I get hurt, like my future is in jeopardy. And I really can't fault somebody for doing that,
Yeah, so, I never get upset with players. I understand, you have your future, your financial assets to worry about, your whole career. But I agree, though, with what you said, how if it's a playoff game, like, absolutely,
hell no.
You have to play. Yeah, you literally have to play.
But, man, if somebody told me, they're like, hey, you're going to be a first-round pick, and we went 10-2, and on the team that I was on, I went to 10-2 and, like, missed the playoffs, and they're like, hey, you're a top 10 pick, I would be like, fuck. Sorry, boys.
Even if it's like the Orange Bowl or Sugar Bowl or something like that, even if it's not in the playoff, because I know they rotate, the big bowls for the playoff.
I think so. I think I would have to skip.
I think I probably would too if I was really in that situation. Dude, but it would also be hard because, like, like the fan base, they count on you, all that. That goes into the college game and everything.
Nah, because I think more people are getting okay with it too, so they get it. But if I was like Sam Howell, who's fringe first round, maybe second round,
probably second now.
Yeah, probably second now. This I would definitely play because I would be like, this is my time to kind of show off and have like a more national audience.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, if you have like a killer bowl game performance, that can
Right.
really help your draft stock. Yeah.
I think because I think one of Josh Allen's game, not the bowl game his senior year, but the bowl game his junior year. He fucking had like some crazy throws that like he had like 5 stupid ass throws that we've all seen them. I just don't what's like the corner of the end zone toe tap from like at the 50-yard line. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That I think that was at the bowl game his junior year, and that put him on the map, and that pretty much got him drafted. So if I'm one of those guys,
it was weird that he went to Wyoming. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but he wasn't really recruited out of college.
Yeah, cold though.
Yeah, and so yeah, if I was one of those guys, absolutely. But if I'm top 10 already locked in, sorry, boys.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so would you rather for the future godfather of your child be Jake Paul or Urban Meyer?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, Urban Meyer or Jake Paul? I mean, I'm just going to go regardless of age in this scenario, because I mean,
right.
Obviously like Jake would have much longer of a life to, support your child, but
if you die.
All right, let's think about this logistically. So Urban Meyer, if he was my child's godfather, and this is of course if something happens to me, he's going to be getting grinded on, going to be fucking, he may kick him, because he's been kicking Josh Lambo.
Just thinking that.
Yeah.
You might then just kick the motherfucker.
Jake Paul would probably just use him as like a pawn in some sort of massive multimedia scheme or something, like start drama with his own child or something.
He'd definitely make like the first words be like "fuck Conor McGregor" or something.
Yeah, exactly, and like record it. Yeah, if I had to pick, I would probably say Urban Meyer, just because he at least has a family and he's older, so I'd hope he's like wiser in terms of raising a child. But would I want that attached to my kin? No, not in any way, shape, fashion, or form. The money, though, yes, that would be a nice life for him.
I'm taking Jake Paul.
Really?
I would take Jake Paul over Urban Meyer. Just like, I don't know. I feel like Urban's already got like his own family. I think he treats him like shit because I mean he definitely finger bangs like a co-ed.
A co-ed, yeah.
In public. So it's not even like he had the decency to do it in private.
Like Coach
so he clearly doesn't care. And I think most of Jake Paul is an act. I've kind of figured that out. So.
Yeah, I think everybody knows most of it is.
So
some of it is truly him, though. Like doing that for so long, you partially have to become.
Yeah, you kind of intake
what you create. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But nah, I'd take him. I'd take the fake boxer over the fake NFL head coach.
Fake boxer versus fake head coach. I don't know, man. Fucking his boxing credibility is getting up there. Speaking of Jake Paul, he has a fight this weekend on Saturday. I didn't even realize it was coming up this fast, but it's Tyron Woodley Part 2. It was supposed to be Tommy Fury, but it was actually a real boxer. But now it's going to be Tyron Woodley again, which I'm not all too upset about. Did I want to see him fight Fury? Yes, that would have been a lot more entertaining in my eyes. But I also want to see Tyron Woodley get revenge. That's what I really want.
I don't know. I'm not betting on this fight.
I have to. I literally have to.
Are you gonna double up on Tyron?
I'm literally gonna fade Paul until he loses. I don't care.
Keep on doubling until he catches that L.
The thing is, he's probably gonna win this one because I mean, even with or without this whole boxing shenanigan being scripted, I feel like it's set up to where Jake's gonna win and then fight Tommy Fury again. Like once Tommy Fury's healthy, and then he can claim that he's fighting an actual boxer.
Who knows, man?
Did you see Woodley got he got a tattoo on his middle finger that says "I love Jake Paul" from their last fight?
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they made a personal bet outside of their contract on it. Loser had to get a tattoo.
Okay, that's fine.
But this year I saw just yesterday they put in a $500,000 clause for Tyron Woodley if he knocks Jake Paul out.
So he'll get $500,000 if he knocks him out?
$500,000 bonus if he knocks him out on top of like the purse he's already getting, which is a bag, multi-millions.
Yeah, but he's also like 40-something years old, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably his last opportunity to chase the bag. So
I mean,
good for
I'd
him.
take, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of fell into his lap after Tommy Fury got hurt.
Whatever. I'm probably not gonna watch it, to be honest.
What? Dude, I gotta
don't
watch it,
know.
bro. I gotta
don't
watch
care.
it. Just for the, I don't know, the media, like pop culture relevancy of it, which I hate though at the same time. Like, I hate that Jake Paul has such a grip over the sports world, even though he's really not meant to be there at all. I don't know. It's just weird. Mr. fucking England is my city himself.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever hear that song?
No.
Bro, what? You never listened to Disney Channel Flow or whatever?
No.
Bro, it was like I got that Disney Channel Flow with, I don't even know, bro. It was really bad. It was a rap about Disney Channel Flow.
Okay.
And one of the bars was England is my city, even though England is never mind. It's like that was like a Vine, you know. It was basically like a Vine reference.
Urban Meyer won in England.
What?
So I said Urban Meyer just won in England. What is his only game that he won was in England. So he never won a game in Jacksonville. So his entire NFL tenure, he never won a game at home.
That's actually pretty nuts.
He beat Buffalo and he beat the Dolphins in England, which was technically a home game, like for the NFL, but it's not really.
And the Buffalo game was like the biggest fluke ever.
Yeah, it was just weird. So yeah,
9-6.
so does Urban Meyer go down as the worst head coach of all time?
I mean, it's hard to say because I mean he wasn't even given like a full season, and I know the NFL is different than college, where you know coaches kind of need time to set up their system, get their guys in, set up recruiting, all that. Like I get NFL is different in that aspect, but still, he was only there for 13 games, like with an already dog shit setup. You know, like they were bad when he got there. Like, did they really expect him to turn this around instantly?
No, but it's less so about the on the field results and more so about the off field.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
like the locker room literally laughed in his face after the fucking finger bang incident. And like, because remember he had like the apology, and as soon as he walked out the room, everybody started laughing at him. All the Jags players.
I feel like that also was another difference of college and the NFL. Because like in college, bro, if the team laughed at him, they would be fucked. You know, because he's the head coach, he's the head honcho, he lays the law.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, they're all grown professionals. Like they've been there, done that forever. So like he doesn't have that kind of power over them.
Yeah, well, in college, the thing is like why college coaches don't really see much in the NFL is because in college they're like, yeah, you have to win this way. This is the way we do it, and you can tell that to 18-year-olds. But when you say that to grown men, they're just kind of like, I've done it this way, so this works too. And
I was just gonna brush you off.
Which is one thing, but he didn't even fail on that level. Like, I mean, just everything fucking just blew up in his face. He got mad at his coaching staff. He got in spats at the owners with the off-field situation and that whole controversy midseason. And I think he also went 2-11 and never won a home game. And the fact that Trevor Lawrence has looked like dog shit. And the fact that he was giving touches to Carlos Hyde over James Robinson, who was so much better than Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, that
because him and Carlos Hyde are buddies.
Yeah, the most ridiculous part of this all, probably.
Like, fantasy relevance aside, like James Robinson is a better running back than Carlos Hyde.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
And he would just, and I get it. Like if you want to give Hyde some touches to keep Robinson fresh, but he would keep Robinson out of games to give Hyde touches, which just makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, especially in like the beginning of the season, there were games where Robinson would get like 3 carries, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? Etienne isn't even there.
Right.
Because imagine what it would be like with Etienne. I don't know how Urban would have used Etienne. That would have been interesting to see.
Etienne was supposed to be like a Percy Harvin role at Florida, where he was like a half running back, half wide receiver. He was going to take a lot of snaps at wide receiver.
Like Ty Montgomery that one year in Green Bay.
Exactly. Or like Cordero Patterson right now.
Yeah, that's another good example.
So he's going to be that. He's going to be in that role. But who even knows? Because now I don't even know what they're going to do with this guy now that the whole reason the previous regime, like head coach, vouch for him to be drafted. They don't really next head coach might not use a guy like that.
Yeah, that is true.
Situation. So I guess they'll just have 2 kick-ass running backs. So I kind of fucked them because they probably could have got. I mean, did they have drafted Tony at 25, or was Tony drafted?
Tony, I think, went like 27 to the Giants. I think he was like late first round.
He was in the bottom half. I know that. I want to say. For some reason, the number 18 is popping in my head, but I don't know.
Fact check. Number 20 overall pick. Okay,
so they couldn't have gotten me either way. Apparently, he wanted Kadarius Toney. That's why I knew that. But I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of Morrig was still available at that point. I know that.
Yeah, Trevon Morrig.
So
he's been doing really well for the Raiders.
Yeah. So I mean, but you could have picked any number of guys except for running back, which is the last position you want to pick in the first round, just because you can get him anywhere, and
especially whenever you already have a starting running back
who you got undrafted last year.
Yeah, like literally gift fell into your lap.
So that was a big oof.
No, but going back to like what you said about the like the coaches, like all the off-field issues too with like the coaches. I wonder how true that really is though, because I've heard conflicting stories on the whole like assistant coaching debacle where he said that he was, spouting out about how they've never won anything, their accomplishments, they have to earn their spot, yada, yada. But I mean, of course, Urban denied it. So like, but I also haven't heard any like undeniable, this is true fact that it happened. But I mean, either way, it's still bad to have that conversation, going around.
I believe it. And maybe not, I don't know, maybe that's not exactly what happened, but at least as far as certainty goes, some version of that happened.
Probably, yeah. Because, I mean, if you look at the situation, we haven't even mentioned the kicker situation hardly with Josh Lambo, which might have been the last straw or the tipping point to get him fired because it came out literally like right after Tuesday's podcast that Urban Meyer physically kicked Josh Lambo, the Jaguars kicker, during the preseason. And also told him in response, I'm the head coach. I'll kick you whenever the fuck I want. And Lambo described it as not the hardest kick in the world, but certainly not a love tap. And Urban responded by saying that this whole situation and description is completely inaccurate, which I got to side with Lambo here. I mean, I believe that this happened. I'm sure this kind of stuff, because he could be considered an old school guy. I mean, he's been coaching for a long, long time. And especially with college, like the old school guys, they were kind of like that. So I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just bringing me back around to like, I think that this guy's the worst NFL head coach hire of all time. Like, I think it's that bad. And what other name could you bring up? I mean, like right now in the NFL, like Nagy is definitely an option, but Nagy's nowhere near as disastrous as Urban Meyer.
What was Fisher? Steve Fisher at the end of his career was terrible.
Jeff Fisher?
Jeff Fisher, yeah, Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, but he had 5 years. He got the Rams through. I mean, the Rams were basement dwellers before he came along, so he's a decent. He also coached the Titans to a Super Bowl. I mean, the worst he ever went was. I mean, he just kept on going 7-9. So
Let's see. I looked up worst NFL coaches of all time.
I did that too. I think
Bobby Petrino is another good one.
Just about to say his name. He also only coached 13 games, and he left them to go to left the Falcons to go to Arkansas.
Yeah,
he's supposed to coach Mike Vick and run like the option game and spread and shit, and then Mike Vick got accused or convicted of dogfighting. So that's how that went.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, also another one too. Lou Holtz never really panned out in the NFL either.
Yeah,
that was before our time though.
Yeah, that was. I don't remember that at all, or I wasn't born. So I think this might take the cake though, because
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson's definitely one for the Browns. 0-16 and 1-15. I think that's Urban's biggest competitor right now. He has quite the longevity to suck ass as much as Hugh Jackson did. But just everything that went around this season, this is just I think culminates to the worst NFL head coach of all time.
Yeah, no, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, that might be a little bit reactionary, but I think time will tell that he is the worst. I think that every single bad coaching hire or bad coaching tenure is just going to be compared to Urban Meyer.
Like, well, at least it wasn't as bad.
At least it wasn't Urban Meyer. Like Freddie Kitchens 2 years ago for the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
If this was this year, they'd be like, well, at least it wasn't Urban Meyer bad.
Yeah.
Freddie Kitchens was bad. He lost the locker room that year and he got fired in one season. But he wasn't Urban Meyer.
He wasn't, out in the headlines for clubbing and shit.
Right.
I also feel like to some element, though, Urban has more of a media following than like any other coach in the NFL, arguably.
Well, yes and no, just because like he is a pretty polarizing figure, like multiple championship winning head coach. Is he a 3? 2 at Florida, 1 at Ohio State?
I think so. I don't know for sure, but multiple, right. Yes, multiple championships.
Just a high profile guy with his fair share of controversies. Like there's the whole, I can't remember the assistant head coach's name. I think it was Zach Smith. Can't remember his last name. With the domestic violence and him covering it up. The Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, I remember that as well. Yeah,
Aaron Hernandez killing people while at the University of Florida.
Didn't the Pouncey twins do some shit too while he was there?
Pouncey twins were up to some shenanigans. I'm pretty sure one of the Pouncey twins.
I'm pretty sure they were dealing.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. It's something
bad. The Pounceys are assholes because one of the Pouncey twins was involved with the whole Miami Dolphins bullying scandal.
Yeah, I do remember that with
him and Richie
Incognito.
Yep. Yeah. So, Urban like controversy just follows this guy around, but he's been able to stifle most of it because he's won. But he came to Jacksonville and lost a lot, which we mostly expected, but he kept on doing all of his bullshit, and so it made it worse.
Yeah, it also is just another point too. It really like amplifies the fact that he only got 2 wins with you. Although the Jags have been bad for a long, long time. I mean, really, they have talent. Like we talked about it on Tuesday, but they have talent. Like Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark, those aren't bad receivers. James Robinson, having Carlos Hyde as your secondary option isn't like the end of the world.
That's good.
Know? Yeah, like they have some guys.
Second one just shouldn't overtake snaps from Robinson.
100%.
It's just the O-line. The O-line is just really bad. I think was one of the major problems.
If I was them, I would spend my first round draft pick on a lineman next year. Especially, you got Lawrence now. You got to invest in his protection. So, yeah, but Urban now with his contract situation.
Can turn around because.
Oh, sorry. I think we're having a little bit of delay.
Nah, go ahead. Yeah, that's
all right. Yeah, we're good. Now that Urban's fired, though, he had a 5-year deal, so his contract was worth around $9 million per year. And which is a fat contract nonetheless, but if they don't win the probable cause, firing him for probable cause argument, then they're gonna have a $40 million buyout on their hand.
Oh, hold up! My buddy Tino just commented. Tino,
Span the man.
Tino Dinashue. All right, sorry. What was the question again? It's about Urban's contract.
Yeah, I was just talking. So if they don't win like the probable cause argument with the NFL, and the Jags are going to owe him a $40 million buyout.
Oh, he's winning. They're winning the probable
cause. I think they will too, just because of like all the headline stuff, and especially with the kicking now, that they could literally just use that against them.
Yeah, they could do the kicking. They're the whole, because a lot of people were calling for him to be fired after the incident midseason. So, I think they'll win that pretty easily.
Now that I think about it, like from that point of view, maybe the Jaguars straight up like kind of not so much waited for something for this to happen, but they almost kind of took this, and used it to their advantage because they kind of realized like, hey, with this kicking thing, we might actually be able to, prove probable cause, like that we got rid of him rather than just, the fact that he was in the headline for getting twerked on by a co-ed. Because, I mean, you really can't fire him for that, I feel like.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you could get probable cause for it though, because what was he doing?
I think
that,
so
breaks
because
team rules and everything.
Well, it was an embarrassment to the franchise.
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't. That's also like his personal life. You know what I mean?
Nah, I went out in public. I just think that you're a public figure. You should learn how to behave yourself in public. So,
all right, I got a situation then. How about fucking, I don't name a random head coach, Mike McCarthy. All right, if Mike McCarthy comes out like publicly as a furry, saying he loves dressing up in furry costumes, going to furry shit, that's an embarrassment to the franchise. Are you gonna fire him?
That's a completely different situation, though. That's just like, I don't even say kink because it's gone farther than that. But that's like it's like a lifestyle decision. It's not like it's completely different than him getting fucked up and cheating on his wife.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Publicly, I think you're comparing apples to oranges there.
Slightly, yes, but I'm exaggerating a little bit because I don't know. I just really don't see grounds for private.
I think the NFL fucking hates this guy. And
yes, that is true.
And they're just gonna be like, yeah, sure, probable cause for sure. Bang. Goodbye.
I mean, either way, Urban's gonna be getting money. I mean, he already got paid a shit ton. So
yeah.
In conclusion, though, with this whole Urban thing, James Robinson fantasy owners should be jumping with joy, including myself right now. I'm hyped just in time for playoffs.
All right. Let's talk about this Chiefs Chargers games we got going on though.
Oh, let's get it. Finally, an actual good Thursday night football matchup. Feels like it's been a while.
You know what? Thursday night football hasn't been as bad.
It's been entertaining.
It's been better this year. It's been a lot better this year. And most of it's bad has been just reputation.
So, yeah, that's kind of true. Well, I feel like the matchups like just haven't been as exciting going into them, but then they turn out to be good games. Like this one is like a matchup that's really good before the game even starts.
Yeah,
like everybody's hyped for this.
It's gonna be a good game. I definitely bet on the Chargers, +3. I watched Nick Merckx because I was watching. I usually put on Nick Merckx like right before, like while I'm doing the outline and stuff, and he put a $4,000 bet on Chiefs money line, and immediately I put a unit on the Chargers.
Bro, see, I'm on the exact opposite spectrum. I think Chiefs -3 is a really, really good bet.
Yeah, you and 68% of the public.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know, but sometimes the public wins. All right.
Sometimes public wins. They get thrown a bone every once in a while.
Which, speaking of, I don't even think I placed that. I gotta get that
real
locked
quick.
and loaded. I don't know though. I'm also, in terms of betting for this one, the over/under set at 53.5, and I know these teams could put up ridiculous points, but the primetime unders have been hitting at a ridiculous rate, and I kind of want to. I don't know.
Yeah, and another stat to throw in there is I think divisional games past week 10 or 12, I can't remember exactly. The unders hit a 61% clip. So
shit.
I think the under feels like it's a play. I just wouldn't touch it because we could get proved wrong. Very quickly. Yeah,
I don't want to make two plays and then go 0-2. That would really be brutal.
But the Chiefs might run it a lot. Tino just commented CEH tonight ? And yeah, I think so. Chargers run D is atrocious, as we all know, and they'll probably try and run the ball because the Chiefs have been trying to do that a little bit more, incorporate that. And if there's a team to try and run the ball against, it's the Chargers.
All right, hear me out. So this hit for me on Monday, and I got a feeling it's going to hit again. We're going to cook it up right now live on the podcast. Okay. Mike Williams, first touchdown scorer of the game at +1,000. Decent odds. I really, really like that.
I might ride with you.
I think I have to. Mike Williams. I like that because but also Keenan Allen is also +1,000.
I'm not doing. I like Mike Williams.
All right, yeah, fuck it, Mike Williams.
I'm gonna do a little $10 little dollars right now.
A quick little tenner. All right, I'm only doing that though because I'm up from the Odell touchdown. All right, Anyway, and along from our personal degeneracy, in terms of the playoff race, though, this game has pretty big implications. Right now, the Chiefs are leading the division by 1 game with the Chargers right behind them. And if the Chargers win, they will then take control of the division with having the tiebreaker, beating the Chiefs twice. And for me personally, my Bengals, we need the Chiefs to win tonight, because the Chiefs win, that puts the Chargers at 8-6 and gives us one win away from a wild card spot, which, oh my God, the playoff race is just so ridiculously close right now. It's nuts.
It's awesome.
I mean, it is awesome, but it's fucking stressful. You know, you're all fine and dandy, Mr. 9-4, leading the division by like 3 games.
Yes,
We're
sir.
over here sweating it out.
Like, dude, if I were you, I wouldn't even concentrate on the wild cards until 2 more weeks. Until you have to. No, I would say just focus on what your division does, because that's your best bet.
That's fair. No, because I mean, you're right. Like,
only 1 game back.
I was looking at the scenario, or like, you know, the playoff standings and everything, and we're technically 3rd in the AFC North behind the Browns, but we play the Browns and play the Ravens, and the Ravens also play the Packers this week.
So I was about to say, who do you play this week?
The Broncos, that's going to be a close game.
The Broncos are tough. The Broncos are weird, man.
I know, because they're also 7-6. They're in the same spot as we are in terms of the wild card. But the Browns are playing the Raiders, which at first I was like, fuck me, that's a free win. But Nick Mullins is their starting quarterback.
For the Browns?
Yeah.
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 Wait, so Case Keenum got COVID too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I saw Nick Mullins was announced.
Bro, what the fuck?
Dude, I know. Everything, like, the Raiders went from 6.5-point underdogs to 3.5-point favorites.
God.
Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? There's so many COVID cases, it's ridiculous.
You know what I might do? I might fuck around and bet on the Browns.
No, dude, I'm betting on the Raiders. They're my Taylor fan. We'll get to it in a bit, but like, I'm betting on the Raiders. I don't know. I can't. Nick Mullins, bro. I can't put any faith into him. Can't. But yeah, looking at the situation, if we beat the Ravens and beat the Browns, then we win. Like, no matter what, basically, we just have to beat those two.
Yeah, just focus on the division and what your division does right now. I wouldn't focus on like who's got which wild card spots and what. I mean, you can, but just don't stress about it. You know what I mean?
Is there anything in particular you're rooting for the Cowboys, like their first round matchup or whatnot?
I mean, I'd like the bye, but I think that's not going to happen at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think either Green Bay or Tampa Bay is going to get that. But no, I just hope Dak isn't like Jerry Jones was right, because he said Dak's in a little bit of a slump. I think, you know, he hasn't played his best games since he got back from that calf injury. So I just hope, really what I hope to see is that Dak kind of snaps out of it. Defenses can continue to play well, and then Zeke and Pollard get healthy. That's all I want.
Yeah,
I mean, we could go
1 seed. 1 seed is a stretch, but I mean, playoffs are on lock right now, so nothing too bad to worry about.
Even if we go, how many games are left? It's week 15, so
there's 4 left.
4 games are left. Yeah, even if we went 500 over these 2 games, as long as we just look okay, like we look like we're on the right track, I'll be okay. I would rather we only drop 1 and we come in hot with the playoffs and get a better seeding, because I'd rather be like the 2 or 3 seed and play a shittier wild card team than play like the loser of the NFC West in the first round of the wild card.
Yeah, like the Rams probably, or the Cardinals.
So which would probably be the Rams right now, but we might.
I don't know, dude. COVID might be fucking up the Cardinals. Also, D-Hop's out for the regular season.
Yeah, but we either play D-Hop or we either play the Cardinals or the Rams if we're the 4th ranked wild card.
Yeah, right now you're scheduled against the Rams. If it was to end today.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a good game, I think, but for you guys,
I'm sure you would like it.
Wouldn't be a favorable matchup.
No.
Yeah, because I got the Rams going all the way, baby. I don't think it's happening.
I'd rather play like the football team or something.
Oh well, yeah, no shit. Everybody would rather play the football team.
They're 7th seed right now.
I feel like they're 10-point underdogs against the Eagles.
Who's the 6th seed? Well, it's because their first 2 quarterbacks are out.
COVID, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
the Niners are the 6th seed.
I don't want to play those guys either. Fuck. Shit.
The Vikings are the 8th. Never know. They could sneak
I'd
in.
love to play the Vikings.
Yeah, or the Eagles if they sneak in over Washington.
Nah.
Probably not going to happen, though.
But yeah, Heineke, I think, got hurt. He might have I can't remember if he got COVID or not.
Yeah, I saw that line, and I was like, this is fucky. I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this COVID-ass game, which really sucks.
Yeah, it is. Like, especially at this point in the season, and, like, for fantasy playoffs, that blows.
Unless it wins me the league, then I like it. But
yeah, it is true. Exactly. Unless it's like my opponent that has guys missing.
I got 3 big ones riding on this.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our Taylor Fade, though, while we're on the NFL. We're going to do kind of a little bit out of order. We normally end the episode with Taylor Fade, but we have a whole fatty college football preview. So while we're on the NFL, we're going to get through just our typical 5 picks for the weekend and do our normal Taylor Fade before we go into the bowl games. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get it started. My first pick, I already mentioned it, but I'm going to be taking the Raiders -3.5 at Cleveland because they are starting Nick Mullins at quarterback. There is no further information needed.
I'm going to fade.
I knew you were going to.
I'm going to fade.
All right. I stayed away from the spread because I had a feeling you were going to make a pick on this one, which you did. So I'm glad I went with the over-under. I'm taking the Patriots at the Colts under 46. This is a little bit lower of a total than I would have expected, which is partially why I'm convinced to take it. Pats, their defense is amazing. Colts are a run-first team that's going to chew clock. So I think it's a recipe for an under.
I'm going to fade.
All right.
Just sometimes it's one of those things. You can't think too much about totals.
This one I didn't think at all, which is partially why I'm scared. I'm taking the Texans at Jaguars over 39.5. My philosophy is that no more Urban. James Robinson will unleash for the Jags offense.
Yeah, watch Trevor Lawrence just erupt for 4 touchdowns. I'm going to tail. Why not? That's a low total.
It's a super low total, yeah. All right, this one's also fucky, but I had to take it. It's a lot of points. Give me the Falcons +9.5 on the road in San Francisco.
I'm going to tail.
All right.
I actually have that written down. I should probably get another pick.
I didn't even realize that.
That's on me.
All right, and then last but not least on my card, I'm a little bit nervous because of the recent COVID cases, and they might have guys out, but I think they're getting hot right now. They're going to get hot at the right time. Give me Rams -5.5 versus the Seahawks.
I'm going to fade. I do like the Rams to win, but just give me the points with the Seahawks. Divisional game could get tight. Like you said, COVID.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm nervous about. So I don't knock you for fading that one, but I just feel like the Rams have got to get hot right now. They have to.
Right. I'm still mad that I didn't bet on the Rams Monday Night Football. I wanted to, and I just didn't do it.
I had them. That was nice.
Stupid.
Now we just need Mike Williams, bro, and then everything's A-okay.
I hope if you hit 2 in a row, dude.
Dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I hit 2 in a row, bro. I'm gonna act up, bro.
Yeah, start throwing out some parlays.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Okay, so first up, I got Colts -2.5 versus the Pats. Pats win streak has to go away at some point. Why not on the road in Indianapolis versus a very determined Colts team?
I'm gonna tail this one. I agree with what you said. The win streak's got to come to an end, but mostly because I would have thought New England would be favorited in this game after their win streak. So Vegas knows something. Colts are gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Panthers. This is gross. Panthers +10.5 at the Bills.
Panthers +10.5 at the Bills. That is actually disgusting. Is Cam starting?
Probably.
I mean, it didn't even fucking matter, honestly.
It's not like PJ Walker's any better, but it's gross. It's gross.
That is gross. I don't like
that.
A
lot of points, though.
Oh, God damn it. I got a hair in my glasses. Ah! That was in my mouth.
You good there?
What's happening? All right, anyway. Yeah. Shit. That's hard. I'm gonna.
You can fade it.
I know. I mean, I know. I could fucking fade it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll fade it.
I was gonna say you really don't like it. It's just gonna remind you.
I don't like either one. I don't like Bills minus 10.5 either. Like,
right?
that's
Okay,
ugly.
so I can't take Falcons plus 9.5. I'll just do in its place Dolphins minus 10.5 at Jets. Are they at home?
A 10.5?
9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Versus the Jets. Zach Wilson I think he's bust. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I think it's safe to say at this point.
I think he might be a bust.
Might be a bust. Dolphins by 10 though. I mean, the Dolphins have a win streak. I'm gonna fade that one. I think that's a lot of fucking points. I hate betting on the Jets though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. This is just a fade the Jets situation.
That's I did that last week and it worked out, but I don't know. That's a lot of points. I don't like the Dolphins either. I think they're kind of fake.
So all right. Green Bay minus 5.5 at Ravens.
I'm gonna tail that one. I think they're just simply the better team here.
No Lamar, easy money.
Yeah.
And then last up, another gross game. Crawling my way back to the Texans. Texans plus 4.5 at Jags.
Oh, I wish this wasn't 4.5 because 4.5 is such a fucky number. But I really believe that the Jags are gonna get a win this weekend, just as like a fuck you to Urban Meyer. So I'm gonna fade. I gotta go. I'm going with a lot of experts are all over the Texans though.
With the points?
Yeah, with the points.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm going Jags.
Damn. Okay.
I know. Ballsy. All right. So that's our typical Taylor fade segment that we normally end the episode on. What?
I said with the NFL, but now we have about 20 college football games to get to.
Yeah, huge college slate. Before we go into the actual games, though, I do want to just touch on for a second and get your take on it. I'm sure you saw the Jackson State flip, right?
Right.
So for those that don't know, the number one recruit in the nation,
number 2
quarterback
recruit.
Travis Hunter. What?
Oh, cornerback.
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah.
Oh, they said quarter.
No, yeah, number one recruit, cornerback. Sorry, maybe the pronunciation didn't come through. Corner as in defense. Travis Hunter flipped from Florida State to Jackson State on National Signing Day, which he's the first 5-star athlete to go to an HBCU. And a lot of people think that the move was tailored by a fat NIL deal, like worth almost 7 figures. So what do you think about this? Do you think he made the right move?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think I heard that because it's with Barstool, right?
That's he's a Barstool athlete.
I heard it was $1.5 million.
It might have been more than $1 million. Yeah.
So I mean, fuck. If you'll pay me $1.5 million to go hang out with Deion Sanders, might as well. I mean,
I get that, but also
he'll transfer, bro.
That's what I'm thinking. I literally as soon as I saw him put on that hat with the J on it, my first thought was, all right, well, can't wait to see where he transfers to.
Probably Bama.
I mean, probably, but at the same time, how do we know, or how does he know that they're going to want him after a year, playing with the scrubs per se? I support
out of high schools.
I support talent going to smaller schools and spreading out the blue chip ratio and all that, but I just feel like for this case with this kid, he had a much more direct path to the NFL draft if he went to a Power 5 school, but he went with the money route, which at the end of the day may be the better route. Maybe he turns that $1.5 million into $50 million, with investments and shit. Who knows? But I don't know. I personally would not do that if I was the number one recruit.
I probably wouldn't either. But again, like I said, when you're a 5-star number 2 overall recruit, of course he's probably going to rake out there. Nothing's going to get past him.
That's true. Yeah.
And then he'll probably just be like, all right, coach, this is a fun year. I'm going to go, transfer to a Power 5 school. So peace. He might even go back to Florida State because if Mario Cristobal turned things around, or no, he's at Miami. Fuck.
Yeah, Miami.
Nah, probably not Florida State. Florida State is dire.
They are pretty dire right now.
Maybe he'll go somewhere in Florida or Clemson or Bama or Ohio State or fucking wherever.
Yeah.
It's no sweat. You can transfer. Transferring is no big deal.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age. One of my main thoughts too was that Deion Sanders has been interviewing for other coaching positions all offseason. So who's to say that Deion's even going to be there at the end of next season? he might bounce around as well, go somewhere else, because his name's definitely been thrown around the coaching rumors from time to time. But he could just transfer with them whenever he leaves. But anyway, I felt like just big enough. I wanted to get your take on it.
Yeah.
Now, time for the big ass bowl game preview with literally every game. So rather than doing this in Taylor Fade segment, Elijah and I are going to be giving all of our picks, where I think we probably combined have a pick for every game. And we're going to tally it up at the end, just straight mano y mano, one-on-one, my picks against Elijah's picks, and whoever has the best record at the end of bowl season wins. So without further ado,
I'm going to take into account by this by game. If I don't keep up with this as bowl season goes on, it's going to be an hour of like tracking picks.
Oh, I know, dude. I know how it is, bro. Like it'd be like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do it. Can you pull up the link that I sent you just to make things easier?
Yes, I can indeed.
Yeah. Do share screen, and then you want to take first honors?
Oh, I mean, sure.
All right. And then we'll just alternate each one. That's how we'll divvy it up.
All right. We got to get our little screen set up here. All right. There we go.
Doing something over here, buddy.
How's that in turn? I'll zoom in a little bit. All righty. So this is quite literally just a list of all the bowl games with all of the spreads. So the first bowl game of the 2021-2022 bowl season is the Bahamas Bowl with Toledo and Mississippi State, or Middle Tennessee State. Sorry, excuse me. And I have kind of a weird pick for this one. I'm not going with the spread or the over-under. I'm going with first half. So I'm going Toledo first half -6. I think Toledo is the better team. This is a little bit of a mismatch. I feel like Toledo's in the better conference, but that's just me.
I'm going to fade. Middle Tennessee State has a legacy in the Bahamas Bowl.
Do they actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen Middle Tennessee at least. Like, this is probably their third time in the Bahamas Bowl.
I don't pay attention enough to like the names of the bowl games, like other than the big ones, of course.
I don't know. I just always watch all the bowl games that I can. And Middle Tennessee State and Bahamas Bowl definitely rings a bell.
Do you have anything for the Cure Bowl, the only other bowl on that day?
I do. I have Northern Illinois +10.
Yeah, I don't have a pick, but I think if I was going to make a pick, I would agree with you and take Northern Illinois, because they went winless last season and now they won the MAC conference title. So they're kind of having a Cinderella year. Hopefully it can continue.
Awesome. And then here, let me write this down. So you took
doing it old-fashioned style.
Okay. All right. Get the next one. Louisiana Marshall.
All right. Next one, New Orleans Bowl. Oh, damn. I didn't even realize this was in the New Orleans Bowl. That should be kind of like, I don't know, like an advantage to Louisiana there. But I'm going to go. I actually don't have a pick, but now that I look at the spread, I am going to go with Louisiana -6. Marshall has been disappointing me all year. I've probably gone like 0-3 or 0-4 on Marshall bets this year. Even when they win games, they just don't cover the spread. So give me the Raging Cajun.
Yeah, I'm going to tail that. Raging Cajuns all the way. I was kind of nervous about them during championship week because they didn't have Billy Napier, but they came out firing. I think they're going to do the same thing, win a bowl game.
All right. And the next one, the Los Angeles Bowl, Oregon State and Utah State. This is actually one of my favorite picks. I'm going to go with Utah State +7.5. They are another Cinderella team that was poised at the bottom of the Mountain West, and they won the conference, so they got to continue.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to tail that. I also had that written down as one of my picks.
What were you about to say? I heard you go like, right when I said it.
I was like agreeing with you. I was like,
okay.
Let's go. And then Lending Tree Bowl, I got Liberty -8.5 versus Eastern Michigan.
I do as well. Yep. I think Liberty wins that one big. I think that's honestly one of the biggest mismatches of bowl season.
All right.
Oh, now we got to scroll down a little bit.
UL.
All right. Next up, the Independence Bowl. This one is a little fucky BYU. I don't have an official pick, but I'll just make a pick for each game. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So Independence
That's
Bowl,
what
BYU.
that's what we've been doing. My plan was like you take one, then I take the next one. We each pick.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
like since I just picked the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take that one, then I'll take the New Mexico Bowl, and you'll take
Okay.
me.
So
Yeah.
Independence Bowl, BYU versus UAB. I really don't like either option, so I'm going to go with the over of 54.5.
Over 54.5. I'm going to tail.
Same pick?
BYU. BYU can do that, can put it up. I actually have BYU -7 in this, but if you want to take that, you can.
No, I'm taking the over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll tail.
All right.
Oh, my God. This is hard to keep track. And then next one, I got Fresno State -12.5 versus Utah. UTEP.
The New Mexico Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Wait, Fresno State -12.5. I'm actually going to go the opposite. I'm going to take UTEP +12.5. That line has shifted like a whole 2 points in the Miners' favor. UTEP, they've had like one win over the last 3 seasons, and this year they made a bowl game, so that's nuts in of itself. Okay. All right, next up is the Boca Raton Bowl. That one's just a weird name to me, but Appalachian State versus Western Kentucky. That's a tough one. That's really, really tough because I'm going to go Western Kentucky. Fuck it.
Fade.
You're going App State?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, that's tough because App State's been playing well, but so is Western Kentucky right before they lost to UTSA in the championship game. But yeah, fuck it. Give me the Hilltoppers. All righty. You're up next.
Yes, sir. Myrtle Beach Bowl. This one's gross.
Tulsa and Old Dominion.
Tulsa, Old Dominion. What do I have written down here?
I think I actually have a pick on this one too. Yeah, I do. I got mine ready.
I got Tulsa -9.5.
All right, I'm right on the opposite. I got Old Dominion +9.5. The Monarchs are a wagon, bro. They started 1-6, and now they're 6-6, and have covered the spread in the last 6 games.
Fuck. Whatever. I'm riding with the pick.
Whatever. Fuck it. I mean, Tulsa is definitely the better team. Like, they play better competition by far.
True.
All right, next up, on to December 21st. I got the Frisco Bowl, San Diego State versus UTSA, which is a game I am actually very, very excited about. But I'm going to be taking San Diego State money line at +110. I think San Diego State, even though they're slight underdogs, I think they're the better team.
Damn. Yeah, I had San Diego spread, so I'm gonna tail. Fuck 2.5 points. I think they can win. They're a better team.
Yeah, I think they can win. All right, you're up next.
Up next, I got Wyoming versus Kent State. I'm gonna take Wyoming -3.
I agree. This is one of my favorite bets of the board. I think Wyoming has had a pretty big season in the Mountain West for their standards, especially their preseason expectations. So yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Sure. Okay.
All right. On to the Armed Forces Bowl. This one's taking place in our backyard, or my backyard, I guess, here in Austin. Quite literally, I can hear the announcers from outside of my window of this game. But Army versus Missouri. This is a no-brainer to me. I have 2 picks on this one. I'm taking under 59.5 and Army -3.5.
Ooh, are you gonna take both these as your official picks?
Yes, both of these.
Okay, I'm going to tail the under, and I'm going to fade Army -3.5.
You're going with Missouri?
I am.
Dude, that's bold. I mean, it is an SEC team against Army, but Army's just, I don't know. Army's had a pretty good season. They just lost to Navy, so they got to be pissed. Okay, yeah. I'm curious to see the little cheat sheet whenever you're done, too.
Oh, my God, dude. My wrist was on fire making this. So I got the Gasparilla Bowl, Florida versus UCF. I got UCF +7.5. Florida doesn't care about this game.
That's these are some good numbers here. I would also agree. I'm going to take UCF +7.5 as well. Over under is like right on the money though. I don't know what to do with that.
Nah, I don't. You know me, I don't touch totals.
Yeah, you're not as big on totals.
It pissed me off, dude. It
is. I will say it's more frustrating to lose a total bet than it is to lose a spread bet. But also sometimes with totals, like right away. If it's like a 9-point first half and you have the over 50 something, then you lost. Like, just don't even worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Next up, on to not on Christmas Eve quite yet. We got one more. The Frisco Football Classic Bowl, which is a dumb name. Miami, Ohio versus North Texas. I'm gonna go with the over here of over. Oh, I guess it's what is it here? Oh, it doesn't have it listed, but it's over 54 on my book.
I'm gonna tail.
I think North Texas puts up a ridiculous amount of points.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to take UNT spread because they beat UTSA.
I have UNT spread.
You do?
Yeah.
Go ahead and slap it on there.
We
don't have to have the same amount of picks.
Nah, let's do it. I mean, this is kind of hectic as is anyway, so let's just do it. One of us is gonna beat the other, so that's all I need to know. UNT plus 3.5, and you're gonna tail that?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll tail that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for this one, Hawaii Bowl, Memphis versus Hawaii. Hawaii plus 3, baby.
Hawaii plus 3. I'm heavy fading. I'm going Memphis -3.
Wait, hold up. I might have picked Memphis in my cheat sheet.
I'm pretty sure the spread has changed from this. I think Memphis are like 6-point favorites now.
Oh, I have Memphis -3 actually.
We'll go with this spread. These are like the opening lines, I think.
Yeah. All right.
I'll tail that and go with Memphis -3 as well. Only thing that makes me nervous is it's Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl.
True.
That's the only thing.
All right. You're up next.
Alrighty. The only bowl game of Christmas Day, the Camellia Bowl, which I don't even know if that's how you say it. I hope so. But nonetheless, it's Ball State versus Georgia State. Oh, that's really weird. I don't like that. I don't like
gross,
this.
Right?
This is really gross. I'm going to go with Ball State.
Yeah,
to
I
cover.
am too.
Ball State plus 3.5.
I'm gonna tail that.
It's going to be pretty close. We have pretty similar picks, so.
Yeah. All right.
Next up.
So, Boston College versus. I got BC -3.5 in the Military Bowl versus Eastern Carolina.
Here, go ahead and read it out too before you make the pick, just for those that aren't watching
for audio.
So you're going BC?
Yeah, versus Eastern Carolina -3.5.
What do I have here? I'm actually going to go with the over of 49.5 as my pick.
Okay. I'm going to fade your over.
And then I'm going to I'm going to fade your Boston College pick. Fuck it. Spice it up a little bit, change it up,
Yeah.
Because Eastern Carolina, they're kind of underrated. I don't know though, but Boston College has also been pretty decent. I don't know. Anyway, next up, we got the Quick Lane Bowl, which is Nevada versus Western Michigan. In terms of the spread, Western Michigan are favorited by 3.5. I'm going to go. This is another really tough one. I'm pretty sure, is Carson Strong playing?
No.
That's huge. No?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then give me Western Michigan.
I'm going to fade. No Carson Strong, no problem.
Really? All right.
Yep.
All right.
So, WMU -3.5.
For those wondering what Elijah's doing in between picks, he's literally keeping a book, of our picks.
Oh my God. It's very stressful.
What a trooper.
Okay, so guaranteed rate bowl. This is probably one of my favorite picks I've got out now. Minnesota versus West Virginia. I've got West Virginia plus 4.5.
I also am going to tail the shit out of that one. I love that spread. I can't believe Minnesota's favored.
I agree.
I don't have anything on the over-under, so.
Plus 4.5.
All right. Now, there's actually a few bowl games on the 28th. Next up, we got the Liberty Bowl, which is Mississippi State versus Texas Tech. Mississippi State are 8-point favorites. Over under set at 60. That is really tough. That is really, really tough. I think if I had to make a pick here, I would go with the over of 60.
I'm going to fade.
Fade and go with the under.
I actually do have a pick. I have Mississippi State -8.
Mississippi State. I would tail that.
Okay.
I would tail that. If I'm going on the spread, I would take Mississippi State, but not with a lot of confidence. That's a big spread, shit.
Nah, dude, fuck Tech. They're ass.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. This is another one of my more favorite picks. Holiday Bowl, UCLA versus NC State. I got NC State -1.
I missed that one. I honestly didn't even see that one when I was going through the lines. I don't like the over under at 60, but I do like the close spread, and I'll tail that and I'll go NC State.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then we got the First Responder Bowl, which is Air Force versus Louisville. Louisville are 1.5-point favorites right now. Over under set at 54.5. Oh, that's really tough because Louisville's crazy high scoring and Air Force is crazy low scoring. I'm staying away from that, but I am going to go with Louisville -1.5.
I'm going to tail.
All right. So many games to get through. Shit.
Oh my God. We're about to get to the better ones though.
Yeah, we're about to get to the juicy shit. Yeah.
Okay. Another one of my good bets I'm looking forward to. Birmingham Bowl, Auburn versus Houston. I got Houston's +3.5, and I'm taking them +3.5. I mean +3. Sorry. No half.
I'm going to tail that one, and I'm also going to go with the over of 51.5.
I'm going to tail that.
All right. Yeah, I like Houston because I think Bo Nix is dog water.
Bo Nix is transferring. He will not be playing.
Oh, even better. I mean, their backup, his name's like Emery or something.
Nah, that's the Florida quarterback, but I know. LSU transfer. Yeah, he's dog water.
Yeah, I've seen his backup play as well.
Fade Auburn until the day I die, honestly.
We had a comment here that says Vask Tech. I don't know. All right, next up. We already got those picks in. So now we're getting to the juicy bowls. So starting on December 29th, we got the Alamo Bowl, which is Oklahoma versus Oregon. Really, really tough spread. Oklahoma are 4.5-point favorites. I don't know what to do with this, but considering Caleb Williams is still playing, I will go with Oklahoma -4.5.
I'm gonna fade.
All right.
Oh wait. You said Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, yes.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna tail.
All right, yeah. I just don't trust Oregon to bet on that.
No, I don't either. Bob Stoops. That's all I need to know.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Bob Stoops in the bowl game, easy peasy.
Yeah. Okay, this one was tough. It's Cheez-It Bowl. Cheez-It Bowl's gotten an upgrade the past couple of years. Tier.
It has, honestly, ever since TCU was in it.
And then, so I'm going to take Clemson -1. I just think that they just have much more talent than Iowa State does. As much as it hurts me, I think Iowa State's a good team. I'm going to go with the more talented team in Clemson.
Yeah, I'm gonna tail that one. I am tempted to take the under, but also scared because it's less than 50. So
right.
All right, and then this one I'm really excited for. This is one of my favorite picks. The Pinstripe Bowl, Virginia Tech versus Maryland. I'm not going to be going with the spread or the over/under. In fact, give me Maryland money line -110 in a pick'em, or I guess it's -115 on this book.
I'm going to tail.
But yeah, either way, I'm going Maryland money line.
Maryland ML. I'm going to tail. Okay, so SMU versus Virginia. Virginia's -1. Give
Fenway
me
Bowl.
Virginia -1.
Virginia, interesting. That's going to be a really good game because, the over/under 72, they might break that in the first half. I don't know.
Honestly.
Oh, that's tough though. You're
Virginia's
going
got a really
Virginia?
good quarterback. SMU, no Sonny Dykes. They looked like dog shit the last couple of weeks of the season.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, I'll tail that. Give me Virginia as well. That's gonna be that. Is the Fenway Bowl new? I don't remember the Fenway Bowl ever being a thing.
Sounds new to me. I know they played games, so I guess I'm assuming that it's played at Fenway in Boston. I know they played games before in Fenway. I think BC might have done it against a game against Notre Dame, or maybe they played games at Yankee Stadium a couple times. But yeah, this is I think this is new.
It'll be interesting if they play it in Fenway. I mean, I know the Cheez-It Bowl is in the Diamondback Stadium.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is.
All right, yeah, but I'm tailing Virginia. Now on to the Las Vegas Bowl, which is Wisconsin versus Arizona State. I think this is a really ugly matchup. I don't like any of it, but I'm going to be going with Wisconsin -7.
I'm going to tail. I also have Wisconsin on mine. I just think that Wisconsin is the better team. They've definitely improved from what they were. Their running game is a lot better. I just don't trust Arizona State.
Oh, dude, nobody has scored in the Kansas City. Oh, shit. It's 2nd and 10 at the Chargers 16. The Chiefs are in scoring range.
Motherfucker.
God damn it. No, it's okay, bro. It's okay. This happened on Monday, too, and then they threw an interception on the goal line. It's okay. They just got to force the field goal, bro. They just got to force the field goal. All right. Anyway, though, on to it. Let's get through these last ones. Music City Bowl, Tennessee versus Purdue. I'm going to be going with Purdue +3 here.
Yeah, I'm tailing that also, actually.
All right. We seem to agree a lot on sports betting.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want the over-under either. That's all I got on that one.
Duke's Mayo Bowl, South Carolina versus UNC. I'm taking USC -7.5.
I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to fade that and then go with the over 58.5.
I'm going to tail your over.
All right. Yeah, I'm giving South Carolina to cover the spread. Fuck it. All right, and here we go. On to one of the big boys. We got the Peach Bowl, Pittsburgh versus Michigan State, where the Panthers are 3.5-point favorites. That's really tough. And the over-under is also really tough. I don't know what to do here, actually.
I do. I'll just give you my pick so you don't have to worry about it. Michigan State +3.5. Easy money.
I'm going to fade it. Fuck it. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I'm going to fade it. That's tough, though.
State +3.5. Fade.
The Tony the Tiger Bowl is up next.
Yeah, I saw that.
A legend.
Okay. Tony the Tiger Bowl. I'm taking Miami -2.5.
Against Washington State?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Miami. Oh, dude, I'm going to fade. I'm going Washington State.
All right.
That's an ugly matchup, honestly. The fact that Miami's in a bowl game and TCU isn't pisses me off. All right. Next up is the Arizona Bowl, which is Boise State versus Central Michigan, also known as the Barstool Sports Bowl. It's their first ever bowl game they've sponsored, so that's going to be an interesting broadcast. Definitely a must-watch game. I'm going to be tuned in for that. So doesn't matter who's playing. It's going to be fun nonetheless. In terms of the spread, though, give me Central Michigan +9.5.
Ooh, I'm going to fade.
All right. That's a big spread.
Yeah, Boise's going to cover it.
All right. All right, you're up next.
Okay, what do we got here? A&M versus Wake Forest. Wake Forest is +6.5 in the Tax Slayer Bowl. Give me Texas A&M -6.5.
I'm going to fade that.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Wake Forest. I
right.
think it's also because Calzada's transferring. I don't know if he's playing. So that's something to look out for A&M.
Nah, I think they're just a better team. All
right.
right.
What else?
Oh, now we're in the college football playoff.
Let's go, baby. The creme de la creme. All right. First off, this game I'm actually going to. The college football playoff semifinal, Alabama versus Cincinnati. Game 1 in the Cowboys Stadium. And I can't make any other pick other than Cincinnati plus 13.5. Give me the underdogs.
I'm fading this one so hard.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Non-believer.
I am a non-believer.
SMH,
Sorry.
dude.
Sorry.
Not
Not happening.
It is, dude. It is.
Not happening.
I'll be laughing, all right? No, Cincinnati's winning, bro. I'm taking Cincy money line. Fuck it. No, not really, but
don't do that.
Yeah, not doing that.
Don't do that. Yeah, so this is my favorite pick. I made this pick since the CFP got set. Feed me Michigan plus 8.
All right, Michigan plus 8 against Georgia. I'm also going to heavily tail that. I think that's a lock.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also adding in the under 45. I like that as well.
I'm gonna fade.
All right. Got to spice it up a little bit, you know. But I just think, I don't know, Georgia's I mean, I guess that's what I thought in the Georgia Bama game, and I was proved wrong instantly. So we'll see. All right, though, on to the last few.
No.
What?
Touchdown.
No way.
Who was it?
Who fucking was it?
Michael Burton.
All right, well, no fucking shot anybody won. So that makes me feel better. At least it wasn't somebody that I might have picked.
I should have took it for the Chargers' first touchdown story. I even looked at it.
Dude, that's what I always say afterwards, but that's what I thought about for Odell. And then you never know, okay? You never know.
$10 just down the drain.
It is what it just.
Okay, anyway.
Make it back on these bowl games.
Let's do it.
Fiesta Bowl, another big boy game. Oklahoma State versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame are 1.5-point favorites. This is also one of my favorite picks on the card. Give me Oklahoma State money line plus 120.
Yeah, I'm gonna tail. I'm gonna tail.
Hesitantly.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma State's a better team. Notre Dame always gets exposed in bowl games.
This is true.
Plus, they're probably pissed after losing the Big 12 title. Like, they had a playoff spot on lock.
Okay. Rose Bowl, Ohio State versus Utah. Give me Utah plus 6.5.
Wow, really?
Yep.
I'm surprised. I thought you'd be the guy to go for Ohio State. I'm fading. I'm taking Ohio State.
Okay.
I'm going Buckeyes minus 6.5.
I just think that Utah is good enough to hang in there, and that Ohio State doesn't care about this game as much as Utah does.
That is probably true, but also they could come out with a vengeance after losing to Michigan. It could go either way, though. I see both sides of it.
Okay.
All right, another big one, the Sugar Bowl. This will be a good matchup. Ole Miss versus Baylor. These spread totals are a little bit out of date. This is the updated one. So I'm going to be going with Ole Miss money line minus 110 and the over of 54.5.
I'm going to tail them both.
All right.
Over, what was it? 54.5?
Yeah, 54.5.
Tail. Okay. All right, so Iowa versus Kentucky minus 2.5 in the Citrus Bowl. I'm going with Kentucky minus 2.5. I think Iowa's offense is just putrid, and
to say the least,
Kentucky's defense is somewhat decent. So yeah, I guess just give me Kentucky. I'm probably not even going to watch this game.
Such high energy on that pick.
To be honest with you,
seems so excited to be making that.
It's a boring fucking game, Ryan.
No, Kentucky. I'm tailing. Fuck you. I'm going with Kentucky too. Actually, I don't know why I said fuck you if I'm tailing.
Yeah,
it's all love.
Either. Okay. What do you got for this Outback Bowl here?
Oh, all right. Outback Bowl. Penn State versus Arkansas. Penn State are 3-point favorites. I'm actually going with Arkansas plus 3.
I'm going to fade.
All right.
I like Penn State.
I don't like the over-under at all. 46 is fucky. All right, only one more. Last bowl game.
Kansas State versus LSU -2.5. Ed Orgeron's last game with the Tigers. Going LSU.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. I'm going to tell that as well. One last time hearing the Go Tigers.
All right.
Damn it, bro. I'm pissed about the Chiefs. I mean, if they cover the spread, I won't be that pissed. But, like,
motherfucker, I hope that the Chargers cover the spread.
All right, next primetime game, I'll tail whatever you want for first touchdown score.
Probably none of them because I'd waste money doing that.
I mean, yeah, it is. But then when you hit it, bro, it's like the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it didn't take you like 8 times to hit it.
6, okay, but a win's a win. Alrighty, though, that is what we got for our big ass college football bowl season preview. All of our picks. We I don't know what we're gonna do yet in terms of posting the picks. We may do something with that because Elijah, you want to hold up your little cheat sheet? Elijah was putting in the work, right? Oh my god, damn son! All right, Elijah was putting in the work, got all of our picks down. So we'll definitely be sure to track those records and go mano y mano, head to head, and see how that all turns out. What?
That's what I had before the show too for my.
There's those 2 pages.
Yeah.
God damn! It's like you're back in college.
My wrist hurts. All right.
All right. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, we are not going to be having any live episodes next week. We're taking the week off. I'm going to be out of town, so enjoy your break. If you guys are with family, have a good Christmas, and we will be back to talk more sports after that. So yeah, say la vie.
See ya.